1, 2, 3, 4. So I've been thinking a lot lately about how I need to keep things a bit simple. Mainly because I was thinking about how back in the 90s and the early 2000s I used to record little bits and pieces back at my parents' house, and to do that I had a 4-track multi-track recorder studio thing. It cost me like 200 quid second hand. It was Tascam, and it ran off those little cassettes that you normally have in your Walkman or your stereo back in the day. Now I lost that somewhere. I'm not quite sure where, but basically I've been thinking how nice it would be to get back to that sort of kind of simplicity of recording again. So no recording into the computer and mixing it and correcting any sort of timing issues or, you know, bum notes that you might hit. And I thought what I could try and do is kind of get back to that mentality by recording on one of these little things here. This is a Zoom H4n Pro, I should add, and it's got a little multi-track recorder on it, and it basically enables you to record 4 different tracks as 4 different audio files, and then you can bounce them down into one audio file. So there is a little mixer on this, but it's very simple. But I want to get as much baked in on the first take as possible, including the tone, how it sounds. So obviously I've got a variety of guitar pedals that I've acquired over the years, and I've also got this. I've never really used it, but it's a little kind of, I suppose it's a mixing desk of sorts. It's very basic, but it's got an EQ on it. So if I want to sort of punch the EQ up a bit on my vocals, I can do it on this. So it kind of opens up a little bit of you know, variable options to me. In terms of recording audio, this thing does have mics on it. However, I'm going to try and use this a bit more, which is a Shure SM57 mic, mostly used for recording instruments, I guess, like snare drums and the like. I've used it to record acoustic guitars in the past and had okay results from it. I use it a lot for vocals as well. I quite like it. For vocals, it does sound okay. So yeah, let's see how this turns out.
I've been here all day, I'm mulling away, waiting for you to come home. She said there's things on my mind as I've tried to unwind and pick apart the unknown. It's so far gone beyond me.
I just did a vocal take with this mixing desk, and I don't know, listening through the earphones, which aren't the best earphones, it sounds a little bit tinny. So I'm going to cheat a little bit and put it on my computer just to have another listen on decent speakers and just see how it comes out. Hopefully it will be okay.
So I took my time and I sipped my wine as she fell apart on me.
Right, so I've given it a listen and I've slept on it, and it actually sounds better than I feared. So I want to add an electric guitar, and in order to do that though, I think I might need to buy a lighter set of strings, because the track I'm working on is in the tuning of open C, which means tuning up a couple of strings, I think. I'm not entirely sure, can't remember, but off the top of my head there is tuning up, and I don't want to give myself an anxiety attack and break a string. So instead of using my Epiphone Dot, which I use for quite a lot of stuff, I'm going to dig out one of my older guitars and just put some lighter strings on that. Hopefully my Telecaster is still working. It's an old Vesta Telecaster, which I've had for years. Bought it when I was 15, I think. So I'll be hopefully probably doing that guitar, using that one, and then tuning it up to open C so I can play some nice accompanied parts to what we've got already. It's been a couple of weeks since I started working on that track. Came down, basically work, as it always does, got in the way of plans, and I came down with food poisoning as well, which was not pleasant, so it also set me back by about 5 days. So today I'm just going to be experimenting with sound. If I get time today, I might record that track, the guitar part, the electric guitar part, but if not, it's not the end of the world. I just want to get the tone. Part of the problem, I won't say problem, but part of the process of this is that if I was recording into a computer, I'd be like playing along to a track and adjusting the tone until I hit record, or even in some cases recording and then playing with the tone. With this, because I want to get it baked in 100% from the start, I want to get the tone right first. So I've got an assortment of pedals. I've got to see what works best, really. I seem to have this a big collection of delay pedals and reverbs, but yeah, which is kind of what I'm after for this, which is good. Perhaps a bit of tremolo as well, maybe. I don't know. I'll see what I think works nicely. Could be a case that I do 2 guitar tracks. I might bounce down, which would then give me 2 more tracks. So yeah, I'll see how that goes. Right, so I got the guitar parts done. I kept it simple. I think that's the idea here. I've got to stop trying to complicate matters and think, oh, I can do this, I can do that. I have to keep it very minimal. I'm tempted just to do a backing vocal, so I might bounce down those 2 tracks of the guitar, just to give me a bit of latitude to add another texture. Right, so I've come into here, the kids' room again. I quite like the acoustics in here. There's the sound doesn't bounce around everywhere, so for recording vocals, it's actually not a bad little room. So yeah, I'm not hoping for great things here, but I'm hoping it will add another texture to the track, and I'm hoping that's going to be it. I don't really want to add too much to it. I want to keep this as simple as I can. So we've got 2 acoustic guitar tracks, 2 electric guitar tracks, and 2 vocals.
It's so far gone.